Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Good afternoon and welcome to at least presently sunny Cross Keys Reserve for our match week 16 clash between Essendon and Spring Hills. And for yourselves at home this afternoon, I'm William Bennett, bringing you hopefully ample air production here in what is feeling like a bit of a top versus bottom dynamic. Spring Hills certainly having a very tough couple of months in the first division. Essendon, on the other hand, complete opposites. They have been absolutely consistent, near picture perfect, all the way since February. And despite us only barely just getting to the second half of the season, it already feels like it has been such a long year of so many tremendous games. And especially for perspectives from our host, the Triestina, they are battling in so many regards. They're through to the next round of the Cup. They're presently in the top four. They're even battling for the Golden Boot via their American import, Kelly McGrawarty. Is so much going on for the Royals. As for Spring Hills, well, as we said, the last couple of months have been a real hard slog for them. They are very much desperate for points as they look to at least ensure a bit of a healthier gap between themselves and the drop at present. Our refereeing department is led by the great Angelique Marion. Alongside herself, we have Audrey Azzopardi and Natalie Finlay on assistant duties. Otherwise, on fourthies this afternoon, it is Liana Georgiev. The starting lineups for the visitors is led by number 1, Jenna Ibrahim, number 3, Rachel Gillies, number 7, Daniela Tobin, number 12, Natasha Dakic, number 16, Bella Stringfellow, number 18, captain, the great Alexandra Sinclair, number 23, Aubrey Labno, number 30, Montana Matthews, number 45, now Kawasaki, number 46, Ava Megorian, and number 47, Katie Godden for Tom Markowski's Spring Hills. As for Jaden van der Hayden's Triestina, they've got number 4, their captain Michaela Jurcic, number 7, Acacia Sandu, number 9, Kelly McGrawarty, number 10, Iono Koizumi, 12, Kobe Wilbert, number 13, Bronte Pill, number 14, Amy Parkinson, number 17, Grace Marr, number 20, Kendra Smith, number 21, Paige Kingston Hogg, and in goal, number 99, Sophie Dana. Now, of course, alongside ourselves this afternoon, there is a number of ongoing fixtures across the top flights. And so, when we do get a quick moment, we'll try and bring you a few score updates for yourselves. Alternatively, you can do what we like to do and just flip between tabs as you go. With that, we do get our starting whistle. Visitors playing in their away kits. A very, very distinctive black and almost a hot pink combination. From left to right in this first half, our hosts, of course, playing in their traditional red and white, right to left. Here's Smith, one of a number of internationals in this Essendon side. She's originally from New Zealand, has had a few caps at junior international level for the All Whites. Once more, Smith providing that central advancing defensive pivot. I'm sure we'll see her get forward a few more times as well throughout this afternoon. She's very much a reliable pinpoint for this Essendon side to focus themselves around. Parkinson winning the throw there for the Royals. Very much early on in this game, but the intensity that Essendon show is just a nice little slice of what they've done all season. High intensity, high pressing, and it's gotten them results time and time again.
West, so yeah, so
Here's Sandu looking for the cross in, and is collected firmly there by Jenna Ibrahim. Now with Koizumi. Parkinson returning for Koizumi. Handball awarded in a rather promising area. Just a couple of metres beyond the very fine edge of the 18-yard area. Very much a conservative ball there for Spring Hills. For a pace to help defend Ibrahim's goal. As we're given the go ahead for the set piece. Ricochet off the body of Ibrahim after the initial strike on the woodwork. That will be our first corner of the afternoon. Sandu with this particular honour. Corner ball swung in, still in danger. No. Free kick has been given, it looks things. I'm sure there must have been a handball there in the process. Our personal eyesight wasn't the clearest at the moment, but it is looking pretty clear. Well, it's Alexandra Sinclair. Got two on her tail, knee support. She tries to advance the play via Kawasaki. And we shall be able to return the play after a fresh ball. Of course, you can see there, Cross Keys being within a public park. It is one of the downsides of being a public location, that is, not every fence is going to be where we want it. Nonetheless, back into play. Once more, Sinclair trying to provide that boost of momentum. Also offside against Kawasaki. Flags kept down. Kawasaki again. Can she get a shot? No. Kingston Hogg in the way there. Growerty touch but can't control in the moment is Wilbert. Trying to force her way through the midfield. Gillies looks to advance via Matthews. Matthews looks for Kawasaki. And goal kick once more for our hosts. Now, so far in this match weekend, there's just been the solitary fixture played in full so far, that being last night's game between Bentley and potential finals contenders in Burundara. And after a much improved start to the second half of the season since the mid-season transfer window, It is long struggling Pan Kipro finally getting their first points of the season. 3 well earned, well wanted points there for the ladies down at Kingston Heath. Free kick awarded their favour of Kobe Wilberts. Taken short by Marr. It just glides its way through the defensive line between Smith and Jurcic. It's more easy back with the Kiwi. Here's Sandhu. Keisha Sandhu, originally from regional New South Wales. Her proven ball kept away by Aubrey Labno. Now going into the table as of this afternoon, it is our hosts top of the pops there, top of the 14. Very, very close behind them is another one of our afternoon fixtures in Bulling. Only a slim goal difference separating the two sides at present. And so depending on how the two games progress this afternoon, so it'll be interesting to see who ends the weekend top of the league.
Yeah.
Alright, our visitors, well, they are presently 10 points clear of the drop. And while that's, in theory, a comfortable enough gap, it's understandable why they'll probably want there's a few more results to go their way. Well, it's been a rather difficult run of form for them. Sinclair. Palmed away by Dana, but not quite far enough. And from a moment of almost nothing, Spring Hills finds the goal that they need to really get this game in motion. It is Essendon 0, Spring Hills 1. Now, so you've got to feel there for Sophie Dana. Done everything that team would have asked of her. Unfortunately, sometimes angles just aren't your best friend. Nonetheless, we are rapidly back underway. And the rules are very much keen to insist, like, all right, you've had your fun. And let's see what we can do. Regardless, we are 10 minutes in. Visitors do lead here at Cross Keys. In a sense that's been rather uncommon this year. Jurcic making use of Ayano Koizumi. Koizumi trying to filter up via Marr. Once more with Michaela Jurcic, the Essendon captain. Off to the long ball. As Ibrahim just guides it out just to make sure it is purely a goal kick for herself. Now, aside from the 3 other ongoing matches at present this afternoon, those being the Avondale versus Melbourne Victory game, Alamein versus Melbourne City, and Killaloe Park taking on Bulleen. At past, just a few minutes, we'll also see the traditional Great Derby in South Melbourne and Heidelberg United, as well as tomorrow afternoon, we've got Preston v Box Hill. Certainly plenty of action to enjoy beyond our own fixture, but of course, more fun here at Cross Keys, is it not? Jurcic, first the ball there. Ultimate use of Dana. as Kawasaki will have to force to be regroup and just try and find a slightly more promising position. Sandu doing well to dodge 2 boots there. Quite impressive from one of the more honoured players on the field here for Essendon. She was part of last season's Cup winning side at South Melbourne. So, despite the depth and quality of this Essendon side, is perhaps a bit surprising. Actually, not as many honours witnessed in the NPL by this Essendon squad as a whole. Given the way they've been playing this year, certainly in comparison to, say, Preston of 2024, they looked almost certain. Essendon look even more certain to have something in their trophy cabinet come the end of the present campaign. We've said they are prime position in the league, and by extension they are prime position come the end of the regular season and the commencement of the finals series. So that as well, they are also progressing well in the Nike FC Cup. Of course, the big prize for any team is always the league and, of course, more so the granny. Absolutely. If they are to win, they would be worthy winners for this year's Senol NPLW title. Here's Ibrahim. Keeping it short via Dakic. Dakic does manage to find Kawasaki. Kawasaki getting in touch, but just not the opportunity to control there. Matthews. So holding possession for Spring Hills. Looking for the cross. Kawasaki can't get the connection. McGralty. Under pressure there from Natasha Dakic. As it's cleared by Noel Kawasaki. Growity needs support. False play a little bit deeper than she would have liked there with Parkinson. Present with Koizumi. Helps for her captain, Ian Mikhailajurcic. Hill. Turnover via Tobin. Once more with Danilo Tobin. Lubno. Flick off the boot of Ayana Koizumi. Just enough for Jurcic to get that ball. So a chance for us to just regroup a bit, play into safety, make use of their keeper in Sophie Dana, who shows great utilization of her skills on her boots as well as with her gloves. And of course, nowadays it is mandate of any high-level keeper. They have to be as good as their gloves as they are with their feet. Jurcic. Back across for Smith. Smith able to pick out Marr there. Ball sent to the box. Just about cleared. Shots a handball. Very much ignored there by lead referee. Koizumi. Grotty. Brief touch, but can't link up to her teammate. The ball turns over. There's some quick to recollect and recompose themselves. much part and parcel of why they are. Well, let's go into this match weekend. Top of the league. Chance here, Kingston Hogg. And that shall be a corner. Fantastic opportunity there for the hosts. Just not enough time, space to think and flick. But nonetheless, certainly making Spring Hill's keeper Janet Ibrahim really work to ensure her goal remains unsullied this afternoon. And with 18 minutes played, it is the visitors leading 1-0 at present. Corner ball, whipped in, whipped short. Out off Dakic. And so, once again, back out to the corner. What can Mar make of this ball? Corner ball once again, whipped high, whipped deep, still in danger. Free kick given after hands in the back. Both teams unusually a bit confused there. Not too often you see situations quite like that. Nonetheless, free kick play quick. Spring Hills still just trying to build the way forward. Trying to get out of their own half. Ibrahim. Dakic. Tucks in centrally for Godden. Godden sending Matthews. Growty. Finds Peel. Cross sent in. Cleared by Dakic. Natasha Dakic, very much one of the most medal one players out on this pitch. And we experienced a number of honours with her time against their former Calder United setup. One of a handful of the original NPL Foundation sides. The only one of those franchises still remaining in its original form being Alamein, with others having been since relegated or merged since the inception of the NPL. Koizumi. Hill. Once more with Ayano Koizumi. Corner ball for the Royals, once more with the boot of Grace Maher. As things stand, it's only just been one goal this afternoon across all four presently active fixtures. Corner sent in, fished away by Ibrahim. Growty. Cuts for Mar. Mar with the cross. Ibrahim dives. And manages to get the gloves behind that ball. Quite a spectacular save there from the Spring Hills keeper. Matthews. Pill just trying to eye out a bit of an option. Springles very much having trapped this Essendon side in that near pocket of the field. Tries to like neither side can really get out the area. Certainly showing just how much of their homework Tom Markowski's Spring Hills have done for today. Have become exceptionally well prepared for this afternoon. Wilberts looks for the more central option that time being captain. Lubno, no nonsense clearance there, just get it up. Smith. Consistently the ever-present anchor for Essendon. Lubno. Long clearance. Matthews. I would make use of her forward, but just doesn't have any friendly options around her. Jurcic. Kingston Hogg. Plays back for Dana. Long ball sent. Only the chase. Pill, can she get a shot here? Gets the Meg. Cleared by Ibrahim. Jurcic. Tucks it back in for Smith. He rushes to find McGrady. McGrady needs to fight. Can't hold possession. And Dakic wins the throw there. Off the leg of Mar. Is 26 minutes played here at Cross Keys Reserve. Now, match week 16 of the Senol NPL is presently Essendon 0, Spring Hills 1. After a rather fortuitous bit of play from Alex Sinclair. And visitors will get the throw. Wilberts. They get some control behind the ball. McGrady. Sardu. Tries for McGrady. McGrady! And there's the equaliser. And in many ways, an exceptionally well-timed goal there from the American. Not only does she get her side level in this fixture, she also adds her contribution in that battle with the Golden Boot. She's going into this match weekend. It was 18 apiece. What's now 19 for the American. Otherwise, elsewhere in the division, it still remains goalless in 3 other presently ongoing matches. Koizumi under plenty of pressure. Sado trying the support. Ma with Smith. She looks long. Won't quite find Parkinson directly. I do at the throat. So that shall suffice. Peel. Can she keep it in? Only just. Grotty. Briefest of touches. Can't hold. Turnover via the throat. Taken quickly by Ma. With Grody. Looks wide for her captain, Josic. Peel. Wilberts. Just a return to Peel. Body's in the way. Gillies. Kawasaki under pressure. This ball once again turns over. Smith. Sardu. Returns to Smith. Ma. Given plenty of liberties there. Matthews. Trying to get Godden to advance there. The momentum is just not there for the visitors. Josic. Ma. Cuts in for Dana. Josic. Smith. One ball sent, but can't get as far as the boot of Dakic. As Ma and Matthews fight for possession. Ma holds firm. Dana clears. Koizumi. Well-timed tackle there from Casey Godden. Gorian now. Lumno and Dakic just having quick 1-2. Gralty picking up the unintended ball. Very quickly is with Jenna Ibrahim. And Springhalls is trying to regain a bit of shape for themselves. Not a ample contact. Shall be a free kick for the Royals. Chance for Jaden van der Heijden's side to get some numbers forward. Well, they have been progressing. They have been broadly reliant on just a few individuals. Ma managing to find the target in McGralty. It shall be turned over via the free kick. We do have just a bit shy of 15 minutes remaining here in our first half of the Senol NPLW. At present is 33 minutes seen here at Cross Keys. Well, a quick score update from elsewhere. There has been a goal. What about other ongoing games? It is Keilor Park 1, FC Bulleen 0. Out west at Keilor Park Recreational Reserve. Like Spring Hills, Keilor has been another one of those sides where they've struggled a bit for results. But they certainly have picked up a bit of momentum for themselves in the last few weeks after the mid-season transfer window. And some rather spectacular changes for their side at a more institutional level. Present very much both Spring Hills and, of course, the aforementioned Keilor Park there. Right, plenty of action down the bottom half of the table. Gorian trying to sneak away through the midfield, all by herself. Wilbert with interception. Let's play wide for Pill. Ricocheting ball. Giving the Royals the throw. Very much deep in that final third. Perhaps might be able to find themselves in the lead going to the half-time window. Shouts for handball. Denied there by a lead referee. Which, if there was contact there, which wasn't exactly clear from our film position, it was almost certainly unintentional and just part of natural body movements given their physical position. Wilberts. Kawasaki. Quick 1-2. Gorian. Apologies there. Gordon. Just trying to upfight. A little bit of support. Moment. Doesn't last quite long enough Swing Hills. Despite efforts. Chance once more. Then just try and build up though. Thanks to the efforts of their centre back Aubrey Labno, who's been absolutely stalwart for Spring Hills this season. Just hasn't been able to do all solo. Well, ball says our lead referee there, Angelique Manion. And certainly from a media perspective, referees like Manion are fantastic because they're always physical. You can always say, it's like, this is what's going on. This is what's the law in action. And certainly in our women's division, our refereeing department does a spectacular job week in, week out. Koizumi. Looks to send McGrowarty. Ibrahim, making sure that momentum is firmly snuffed out. Just shy of 10 minutes remaining in terms of what's regulated prior to half time. Chance here for Sinclair. Will be a goal kick. Churchich. Smith. Somehow I was to find Ma.
Good
Sandu. Can she cut in here? She can. Where's the support? Not quite there in the moment. Ma. Forces a little bit out wide. Ma again. Jurcic. Turns to Grace Ma. Sends it long for Parkinson. Parkinson collects. Pressured by Sinclair. Gets the cross in. Held by Ibrahim. As things stand, going to the half-time break, it will remain Essendon 1, Spring Hills 1. This is initially taking the lead in the 10th minute. Ma sends the long ball. Held there by Sinclair. Dana. Always in danger. And so is Montana Matthews there. Overall, all's well that ends well. That was just naughty there by Kingston Hogg. Dana. Well timed pick up there by Koizumi. Just waiting confirmation whether or not we'll get physios there for Labno and Koizumi. Labno is back on their feet. Koizumi certainly not. And is presently receiving physio attention as we enter into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Now, match week 16 clash for the Senol NPL. It is presently Essendon 1, Spring Hills 1. No other scored outs presently across the grounds. Whereas now 4 other presently ongoing fixtures. With the Great Derby at Lakeside Stadium having kicked off about 10 minutes ago. And certainly increasingly serious situation there for Jaden Van Haden's side. Because only just able to make any movement in a positive direction. Thankfully, slowly getting to their feet. But whether or not they'll be able to carry on, to wait and see. So it'll be nice for Kozumi to be able to return and keep going. As it is never a pleasant situation for any player to be forced off due to injury. So for the time being, Spring Hills will have the player advantage. Smith. Jurcic. Hill. Gordon. Smith. Present with Sandu. Turns for Smith. Eagles hoping to enable Bronte Pill there to progress with the long ball. And from the looks of things, it will be Koizumi set to return to the field. So looking all right. Just waiting to go ahead. And there it is. And so with that, both sides back to their full complement of 11 apiece. McGrady from range. Will be a goal kick. As we have just 2 minutes remaining, at least in terms of what's regulated. Given what we're seeing, the 2 goals and a few interruptions, likely will be at least 2 minutes added on. Perhaps a third, but at present that feels a bit unlikely. Not beyond the realms of possibility. Kingston Hogg. Smith. Smith from range. Into Ibrahim. Holds firm. Dakic. Sends it long for Matthews to chase. Who gets there first? It will be Smith initially. Both Smith and Matthews will have to fight for possession. Smith the victor on this occasion is Dana. Jurcic. Head of Peel. Quite gets Sardo's boot there. Koizumi brings it down. Godden. Dakic. Dakic again. Tobin. Godden. Dakic. Kawasaki. Tobin. Wilbert. It's wide. Can't quite get McGrady in the moment. At present we are just awaiting our fourth official confirmation in terms of what's to be added on. Board's coming, and there it is a minimum of 2 additional minutes prior to the half-time break. Smith. For Pill. Godden. Matthews. Still with Matthews. Can we get a late goal here in this first half? Marshall out by Smith. That contact's been awarded on against that ball. She's not pleased with that one. Nonetheless, it is corner for the visitors. Can they make those half-time talks just a little extra spicy? Corner ball sent in, sent deep, cleared by McGrady. Otherwise, going into their half-time results, at present it remains Avondale 0, Melbourne Victory 0, at Avenger Park. At Dorothy Laver, it is Alamein 1, Melbourne City 0. Cross at Keilor Park Reserve, it is Keilor Park 1, Bulleen 0. Whereas at Lakeside Stadium, after 15 minutes played, it remains South Melbourne 0, Heidelberg United 0. Mar. Collected by Ibrahim. And that shall be our half-time whistle. scores in our match week 16 clash between Essendon and Spring Hills. It will be one apiece between the two sides. And so we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for all the 7 action here, live and free in the Senol NPL. And welcome back to Cross Keys Reserve for our second half action here in the Senol NPL. Present scoreline is Essendon 1, Spring Hills 1. We do have just the solitary substitution being confirmed. That's been for the visitors, with number 7, Danny Ella Tobin, coming off. She's replaced by the number 26, Isabella Arredondo. Otherwise, beyond that, no changes for Janny van der Hayden's Essendon Royals. We do urgently get our starting whistle, and so 45 done, 45 to go. Will we see a winner this afternoon? Well, time shall tell. Here's Parkinson. It's ahead of Pill into Kingston Hogg. Still a Kingston Hogg. And that's has to be retaken. Stringfellow. Trying to spot out the substitute there of Arredondo. Here's Tobin, who was allegedly taken off at half time. And so we'll try and find out exactly who came off in the end. So it was not who was indicated per the full officials board. Here's Smith. Throw play quickly. Sandu sent. Koizumi. Into Ibrahim. Ibrahim again. Quick lob. That can only be collected by Sandu. Wilbert. McGrady. Still McGrady. She shoots. Ooh. Not going to get closer than that. As the ball kids do the fetching for Jenna Ibrahim. And Ibrahim gets us back into play. Turnover via the throw, via the flip, after flip from Matthews, not getting the direction she was going for there. Sandu, Koizumi, and a pressure from Matthews. Wilbert. Sandu somehow manages to get control of that ball. Turns to Wilbert. Cross sent in. McGrady. Koizumi. Well-timed challenger there from Tobin. Chance for the visitors to progress here. Matthews looking strong there. Stringfellow versus Peel. Peel's on the ball. Just trying to stick a past Stringfellow. Shot on and collected there by Ibrahim. Gillies. Looking for the long option. Held by Smith. We do have a score update for yourselves from around the grounds at Lakeside Stadium. It is South Melbourne 0, Heidelberg United 1. Otherwise, no changes elsewhere. Godden. Still with Katie Godden. Finally gets support from Tobin. Lubno with a thumping clearance. Koizumi. Ma. Will get Peel. Cuts it back in towards goal. Whoa! That was looking magical there. Unfortunately for Bronte Peel, she had no support there. And so it shall remain at the 1-0 equilibrium. That's a well-timed collection there from the Spring Hills keeper, Jenna Ibrahim, who's been absolutely terrific this afternoon. Sinclair. Tobin. Here's Dakic. Gorian. Turns for Dakic. Gorian once more. Gillies. And free kick given there. And it shall just be a talking to. As we do have a second half goal for you elsewhere. At Avenger Park, it is now Avondale 0, Melbourne Victory 1. What would be a helpful result for a few sides this afternoon in what is a very, very tight mid-table at this present period in the season. Both Avondale and Melbourne Victory presently tangling between the two sides in terms of the table. Goal kick given. Sandu getting too much contact there. We'll almost certainly need some physio attention there. Essendon's physio yet to be called across. Sandu is thankfully able to continue. Once more, the Royals having a couple of injury concerns. Nothing too serious, despite their initial appearances. Aridondo. Godden. It's possessed by Jurcic. Here's McGrowarty. Tobin. Dealt with by Labno. Parkinson with the throw. Looks centrally for Kingston Hogg. Peel. Kingston Hogg. String throw, clearing the area just for the moment. Ibrahim called into advance. Roll short for Dakic. As Dakic and Ibrahim have a quick 1-2. Wilbert. We have two Japanese nationals on the field this afternoon. Ayana Koizumi. Sandu just possessing Matthews in rather firm fashion. Chance for Pill. Also fight certainly kept down, much to the sheer displeasure from Spring Hills. At least from our angle, we're inclined to agree with them. Ours certainly have a superior line of sight. Irregardless, corner ball for the hosts. What can Sandu do here? Ball played in. Knocked away by Ibrahim, but not quite far enough. Koizumi just curves the body a bit too tight there. Back with Koizumi. Unable to release. Essendon still had the throw. After that contact against Dakic. Jurcic. Koizumi. Ma. Looks for Pill. Can't quite get Pill. Lubno making sure of that. Here's Sinclair. Still with Sinclair. And that ball will be brought back for the throw. And so, take two. Parkinson back for Jurcic. Dana. Smith. Sandu. Kingston Hogg. Dakic. Eventually controlled there by Wilbert. Here's McGrath. She shoots from range. Oh, woodwork again! And that's twice McGrath. Perhaps should have scored in tremendous style. Two balls off the woodwork. Ibrahim certainly counting our blessings there. Corner play short to Wilbert. Wilbert cross into the box. Jurcic. Wide from McGrath. McGrath crossed in. Can't find a teammate. Tobin's ball. Sinclair. Jurcic. And our two captains battle it out. Parkinson, who's dropped deep. Dealing well with Matthews and wins the throw. And we've just about seen an hour here at Cross Keys for our Senol NPL 16th match week. It does remain Essendon 1, Spring Hills 1. Kingston Hogg. Pill with support. Sardo. Unable to release. Matthews providing just too much pressure there for the Essendon winger. Ibrahim off the line. Firmly clears that one. And he's well caught there by one of the Essendon staff members. Here's Smith. McGrowerty. Preface the touches. Koizumi. We'll get the throw there. Stringfellow. Wins the throw after the slight deflection there. Very much a well-placed ball there from the wing-back. Dondo. Koizumi. Pill. Pressured by Tobin. Tobin regains control for Spring Hills. Set long. Sinclair versus Jurcic. Jurcic there first. Dana. Smith. Plays across for Captain Michaela Jurcic. Dana once more. She's tailed by Aridondo. Just about able to release in time. Koizumi. Oxford Growerty. It will be a goal kick. All right, across the grounds at the moment, it is 1-1 as well at Avenger Park. A drive favourite still remains 1-0 in favour of Alamein. At Killer Puck Reserve, it remains Killer Puck 1, Bulleen 0. Right, just back going to half time, it is South Melbourne 0, Heidelberg United 1. Pill. Collects the free kick. Training back towards Ibrahim's goal. Support for Kingston Hogg. Sardu almost wheeling away there. So once more, Ibrahim with the goal kick. Koizumi under pressure. Will provide and support. Ma. Forced to tap back in for a keeper in Dana. Turns for Ma. Ma looks wide for Parkinson. Aridondo. Nearly there. McGraw can she shoot? She can. She's denied. And time and time again, we have seen the American Kelly McGrath just sneak through that back line. And while she's been more successful more times than not in those moments, it's fair to say, given her efforts today in front of goal, it's astounding she's only been kept to the solitary goal so far this afternoon. Corner play short. Sandu to Wilbert. Returns for Sandu. Ball sent into the box. Repelled. Jurcic now. Likewise repelled, this time by Tobin. Ma. Providing the anchor this time. Kingston Hogg has a shot herself. Just wide of the goal there. As the Royals opt for that first substitution of the afternoon, a double change. Come to pitch, it'll be number 12, Kobe Wilbert, and number 21, Paige Kingston Hogg. They're replaced by number 8, Isabella Sewards, and number 11, Ava Grober. There's that chance for some quick adjustments between the wings for Spring Hills. With Sinclair shifting back towards the left side of the pitch. Aridondo going out towards the right. McGrath kept out this time, not by Ibrahim, but the tracking back of Natasha Dakic. And so once more we ask the question, how has McGrath not been able to add to her goal tally? It's been some stupendous keeping and stupendous defending from Spring Hills this afternoon to hold the American firm. Gillies. Dakic. Tries to send Aridondo. Turning over. Ma. Sandu. Throw for the Royals. Ma sends the cross in, collected by Ibrahim. Wide for Sinclair. Matthews taps for Sinclair. Godden. We're goring out wide. Cross back in, going to get Sinclair. Looks like just avoided there by Sinclair. Narrowly so. Regardless of whether Sinclair did get any contact there. It is goal kick for Essendon. Play quickly, play short. Sandu. Kwazumi. Looks to send Ma. Dakic there first. Cleared by the defender. Sewards getting her first touch of the afternoon. Ball crossed in. Won't find McGrath. Ludno might have done enough there. Now it finds McGrath. Well-timed touch there from Stringfellow. Matthews. Peel. Sewards. Parkinson. Tries to link up. Here's Grober. Just marshalling the ball for the throw. Juicy transferred to her winger in Sandu. Sandu picking out Koizumi, who's very under firm pressure. Koizumi needs support from Gillies. Gillies opting to be too much pressure there for Koizumi. Somehow, Essendon will get the corner there. It was a moment of bit of fortune situation-wise. With this, and we're given the go-ahead. Ball swung in, swung high, collected by Ibrahim. Cleared by Megorian. Sandu. Grober. Caught off guard there. Harry Tobin. In for Arredondo. Still with Arredondo. As Dana collects. We are now in the final 20 minutes of regulation time here. As things stand, the points will be shared at Cross Keys. Indeed. Will be the only fixture set to be having shared points. Ma, despite her pace, won't be able to get to that ball. Though, given she was potentially offside there, might be best just to leave it be. And so, goal kick, Spring Hills, and with that, just for you to get a couple of score updates from themselves. At Avenger Park is Avondale 2, Melbourne Victory 1. No change at Dorothy Laver, nor at Killer Park Recreational Reserve. Was at Lakeside Stadium just before half time. A little bit of magic from the hosts, managed to make it 2-1. With both those goals coming in the final 5 minutes of play in that half. Parkins. Sinclair. Peel. Fitzstewards. Growerty. Tries to send Peel. Peel obviously just to leave that one. So, once more, goal kick Spring Hills. Well, it's been a rather active second half for Jenna Ibrahim. Lost count of how many goal kicks she's had to deal with in the second half. Feels like it would be at least a dozen. But given the score lines, it's fair to say that she'll be quite happy with how things have progressed so far in the second half. Grober. Sandu. Under pressure. Grober once more provides support. Marvel the cross. It can only be collected by the gloves of Jenna Ibrahim. There's potential substitution on the horizon. Posts have been given. Just waiting confirmations of who will be coming on for who. As far as we can tell, it will be a change for the hosts. And we do presently have 2 balls about. Good. So it makes a bit more sense, given ultimately free kick given. This occasion looking to be, it was a throw turned over. He's going a little bit busy there on the touchline. Our 4 officials just having a couple of quiet words with the visiting gaffer Tom Markowski a moment ago. Sandu with the throw for the Royals. Grober. Jurcic. Not quite able to find Seawoods there. Smith. Jurcic. Comes back across for Smith. Ma. Sandu. Just trying to probe away forward. Looking for support. Looking for Bronte Pill. Won't find it this occasion. Seawoods. Sinclair. Sees it out and wins the throw. And we'll be the visitors as well to make a change shortly, as their papers have been given to our fourth official. And as far as we can see, it is set to be number 36, Chelsea Silver for Spring Hills to come on. As for the Royals, well, they've got Emma Langley ready to come on. Emma Langley, very popular figure across a number of clubs in the NPL. Certainly beloved for her work efforts, as well as just her all-round lovely personality. Growty, cross, just back cleared away. Danger still present. Been dealt with well here. Sinclair. Jurcic. Peel. Lubno. Deals things firmly. Actually, no not spending there from the centre half. And the changes will go on. Coming off the pitch for the visitors, it's number 3, Rachel Gillies, who will be replaced by number 36, Chelsea Silver. Otherwise, off the pitch for the Royals, it's number 13, Bronte Pill, and she's replaced by number 3, Emma Langley. Pulls to number 2, Emma Langley. Langley, some tremendous distance with the throw there. Croaty. Oh, some impressive aerial action. Not going to be enough to get that second for the afternoon. Godden. Into the Silver, getting her first touch of the game. Shot from Matthews, goes wide. A leaping save there from Sophie Dana. Koizumi. Trying to via the throw. Sinclair. Sends Stringfellow. Can she get a shot? She shoots. Denied by Dana, but she doesn't hold. She holds it out. And calls for a foul against the Silver. Play will be held instead. Pleasing absolutely nobody with that. D Silver is thankfully back on her feet. As we have 11 minutes remaining here at Cross Keys Reserve. It still remains one apiece between our two sides in our 16th match week of the Senol NPL. we're back in the play. Oh, it's just a solitary goal update for yourselves. It's presently now 2-0 Alamein at Dorothy Laver Reserve. Growerty linking up with Sandu. Sandu just pulling something in the process. Quite likely, it's a bit of a consequence from an earlier potential injury concern. It will be an interesting situation now for our lead referee just to deal with things. Just a quick talking to for Daniela Tobin. And Sandu will now get physio attention. It looks things possibly a bit of a hammy issue. So hopefully they'll be alright to continue. Any further checks necessarily will be done on the touchline. And so for the time being, once more, the Royals will be down to 10 due to injury checks. Growerty picks up possession in a dangerous area. Sewards. Well, it's a goal for Essendon. And given their celebrations, well, they answer the question for us. They've given the final touch there to their number 11, Ava Grober. So with that, it is Essendon 2, Spring Hills 1, as we're into the final 10 minutes of regulation time here at Cross Keys Reserve. And while the visitors have held firm tremendously all afternoon, given how things have progressed for the second half for themselves in the last 35, well, they're going to need a little bit of magic just to get themselves back into this fixture. Oh, there's potential substitutions on the horizon from both technical areas. So not any changes will carry on as well. We'll keep an eye out for those. No, it's very much in definite territory there for Spring Hills. Substitution will be commencing. And we are set to see number 4, Nestle Arbanus. Growerty hitting the ground very hard there. Parkinson. Josic. Hopefully our flights will flick into action shortly. Getting exceptionally dark here at Cross Keys. Koizumi. Parkinson. Ma. Koizumi. Cross for Smith. Will just find, yes, will find Sandu. Grover just losing a footing there. Matthews. Sinclair puts it forward. Dick Silva will be offside. And we shout final set substitution for the visitors. And after an absolutely resolute 85 minutes is a well and less there for their centre-back, Aubrey Labno, as she's replaced by the aforementioned Natalie Arbanis. Otherwise, despite some indications of a substitution from Essendon, we still wait for any confirmations. There is movement, so perhaps, just perhaps, there might be one more trick up the sleeve of Jane Vader Hayden, who's been absolutely fantastic with the substitutions. They've certainly made impact when they need to happen at the right times throughout this game. It's more Parkinson with the throw. The Royals are now to continue progressing up that near side wing via the throw. This time it will be Langley. There may just be one final change for the visitors, given the movements from their technical area. Sewards. Langley, briefs the touches, just enough. Parkinson. Silva having dropped back, doing everything she can to deny the cross opportunity. And that's just enough to get that ball out of play. And indeed, it will be the visitors to make one more change. Going to the pitch is number 25, Mia Daskalovska, as she replaces number 7, Daniela Tobin. Ma. A bit much there for Grover. Somehow she gets a touch. Neither herself nor the other substitute of Natalie Arbanis is able to get control there. Field play, ultimately the signing who gets control there. Spring Hills with the throw. Just kept in by Arbanis. Marginally so. Koizumi. Dana. And indeed the Royals will make one final change this afternoon. Parkinson. Gravity. Makes great use of her flicking ability, but just isn't able to turn, progressing further. And still, in darker and darker here at Cross Keys, no sign of our floodlights. It was potentially getting a bit of a dangerous situation in terms of what is regulated. Ibrahim certainly deals with gravity in one way. Substitution is confirmed. Coming off the pitch is number 7, Acacia Sandu, as replaced by number 23, Alessia Bresciano. Parkinson with the throw. She's inching herself slightly forward as she goes. Listen, given the throw there, Growerty, showing talent we haven't seen too much of in her time here in Victoria. She has quite the range with the long throw as well. She's a footballer of many talents. And so we have just a smidge over 30 seconds remaining in regulation time. Likely no more than a couple of minutes to be added on. Do we have time for just one more goal here at Cross Keys? Corner played long. Shouts for handball. Ball still in play. And after that moment of madness, will just be a throw. As clocks are adjusted, we just await the scary funging for official to give us the final time confirmation, and it will be a minimum of 4 additional minutes. Ma. There's a booking there. Looks like it was for Spring Hill's gaffer. Given the direction of the card. We'll have to get confirmation of that booking a bit later on as we wet the set piece. The free kick set deep, but not deep enough to break into the 18-yard area of Jonah Ibrahim. Grawity forced off the ball there. Matthews. Ma again, leaping to action. Koizumi, she shoots! Collected by Ibrahim. Parkinson, regain possession off De Silva. Koizumi now. Sends Sewards. Langley plays wide. Marfin range. Collected by Ibrahim. We have just about 2 minutes remaining. What was indicated by a fourth official. Silva. Chase a little flick over there. Sinclair versus Josic once more. And Essendon given the throw there. Gordon. McGrawity. Touch but can't hold. Gorian. Stringfellow. Off Parkinson. Spring Hill throw. It is very much Panic at the Disco here. Dakic. Will knock it deep. Sinclair threatening. Unable to get in a friendly angle. Clear by Koizumi. Ibrahim. 1-2. And now it's off Ibrahim. Throw for Essendon. I do have one full-time score for you at present. From Avenger Park, it is 2-1 to the host in the end. Otherwise, also set for a 2-1 result, it is Alamein 2, Melbourne City 1. The young citizens getting a consolation. As things stand, it is set to be 1-0 at West at Keilor Park. But for ourselves, it is finally full-time here at Cross Keys Reserve. It's Essendon 2, Spring Hills 1. With 60 minutes being played at Lakeside Stadium, it is still 2-1 there in our other Saturday afternoon game. But for themselves here at Cross Keys Reserve, well, it's been a firm contest. There's been signs of strong positives for Spring Hills. Ultimately, time just was not quite on their side this afternoon. As for our hosts, well, Essendon, they were absolutely tremendous. But the fact that they were unable to have a larger goal difference this afternoon shows Spring Hill certainly have a bit of fortune behind themselves there. And for ourselves here this afternoon, well, that's all we've got time for. And so until next time, I've been William Bennett. Cheerio.